Hi and welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing? I'm good. I'm on the road. I feel like I've been on the road the past week. Just been driving up and down. But anyways, I'm good. So I thought, again, I'm on the road, so let me seize the opportunity to try and do this video, because I usually do 5 things learned the day after the match. And seeing as United played on Saturday, I would usually do it on the Sunday, but yesterday I just couldn't do it. I did the live instead. I did the weekend roundup. From the turnout from you guys, I saw the likes, people are subscribing to the channel, everything's going well, so I'm quite happy with that. However, I'm now going to be doing the 5 things we learned whilst watching Man United draw against Crystal Palace in Selhurst Park on Saturday. So yeah, without wasting too much time, let's get started. So the first thing we learned was Erik ten Hag made the wrong substitutions against Crystal Palace. First half, we were playing very good football, cruising, creating chance after chance after chance, and we were quite unlucky to go into the break with the score still big at 0-0. We had control of the game with the likes of Zirkzee, Amad Diallo, Eriksen. But then again, second half, after 15 minutes, Ten Hag decides to replace Zirkzee. He replaces Amad Diallo, he replaces what's his name, Eriksen, he replaces but basically the technical players, the guys who were giving us control, especially Zirkzee, was dropping deep and linking up play and bringing other players into the game basically. And as soon as he replaced him, we lost control. I mean, I don't understand how he replaced all the technical players and basically kept bums on like Bruno Fernandes on the pitch. Like honestly, how did Bruno Fernandes manage to play 90 minutes of that game? He was absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. And like I said, he should have been replaced before anyone else on Saturday against Palace. So for Ten Hag to keep Bruno on, I know it is the captain and all that. Sometimes he'll come with the goals and assists, but let's be honest, he's not playing ball since the season started. He's not. So he should have been the first person to be replaced, but as always, Ten Hag didn't have the balls. He kept Bruno on for 90 minutes, and he basically replaced all the technical players. And as soon as he did that, our gameplay went to shit. We stopped controlling the game. We stopped having control over the game, and basically Crystal Palace were able to now start getting into the game more. They started creating chances for themselves, and on another day we could have easily lost the game because of Ten Hag substitutions, you know. But on the subject of Bruno Fernandes, this brings us to point number 2 that we learned whilst watching United against Crystal Palace. Bruno Fernandes is a major problem for Man United. Trust me, I know he's got some good stuff and some positive stuff he brings to the team, but my God, does he have negatives that he brings to the team. The guy cannot control the ball. Every time he gets the ball, he just wants to hoof it long. He just wants to make that risky pass, even when it's not on. I get it, sometimes the risky pass is needed. But I saw a step back by Bruno Fernandes apparently gave possession away 34 times against Crystal Palace. 34 times. That is not acceptable. I don't care how good he is when it comes to creating chances. You cannot be giving the ball away 34 times. It's simply unacceptable. But that's how many times Bruno Fernandes gave the ball away. And like I said with the first point we learned earlier on in the video, as soon as the technical players like Amad Diallo, Zirkzee, Eriksen, all of those guys, as soon as those guys came off, and we had people like Bruno on the pitch, Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, we lost all control. We literally lost all control. Our ball retention went down the crapper. So basically, Bruno Fernandes is the captain of the club, right? And he's someone who Ten Hag and majority of this fan base hate really highly. But for me, I remember specifically when United were looking to give Bruno Fernandes a contract extension. I said, why the hell are we giving Bruno Fernandes a contract extension? I said that with good reason. I said this guy's got about 2-3 years left on his contract, so there's absolutely no need to give him a new contract. However, the club went on to give him the contract extension. Rashford or Mount or whatever. So I hear that, but this guy is not, how do I put this? He's a net negative to the team. He's got his positives, but he's got his negatives. And for me personally, and I mean for me, you don't have to agree with me, I think he brings a lot more negative than he does bring positives to the team. He can't control the ball. Whenever he gets it, he just wants to hoof it high up the pitch. He doesn't want to keep the ball. It's like literally to him, it's like a grenade. He just wants to get rid of it as soon as possible. He can't do a young 1-2 pass, keep the ball position. He must just hoof it up every chance he gets. He can't. He seems to not be able to finish his dinner. He keeps getting into good positions to score, but he can't score. He tries to do these weird techniques, which I don't even understand. He's so frustrating. Honestly, for me personally, he's so frustrating. He irritates me. The moaning and the whinging as well. It just irritates the life out of me. But yeah, man, basically, like I said, the second thing we learned is that Bruno Fernandes is killing this team. And he's a major problem for us. He really, really is. It really, really, really is a major problem for us. Because I know Ten Hag doesn't have the balls to drop him. He's going to keep playing him. He's his captain. He relies on him. And for as long as he's our main number 10, we're in trouble. Honestly, we're in trouble. He will cost us points in big games. Moving it on to the third point that we learned was watching United draw against Crystal Palace. Matthijs de Ligt and Noussair Mazraoui. These guys, like on a positive note, because the first two things we learned about this video were rubbish, or rather negative. But on a positive note, Matthijs de Ligt and Noussair Mazraoui. These two guys were an absolute steal from Bayern Munich. I'm telling you, we robbed them. We need to go back and pay more money to Bayern Munich, because what we paid for these two guys, we stole them. Robbery in broad daylight. How we paid £15 million for Mazraoui and about 40 for de Ligt? I don't understand. These are top players. Mazraoui looks so solid defensively, and he's got this control about him when he goes forward. He looks like he actually knows what he's doing. He can do both. He can go forward, he can go backwards. He's a proper technical fullback, and now that the likes of Tyrell Malacia are back, he's going to have to hold bench, because Mazraoui ain't leaving the team anytime soon, and neither is Dalot. Now moving it on to de Ligt, an absolute monster, a beast at the back, at the heart of our defense. He looks like a proper centre back, very aggressive, strong, physical, and doesn't look so slow. He's looking like a proper defender. Remember, this is a guy who was dubbed to be a wonder kid when he was at Ajax. Captain Ajax is what, 18 years old? You don't get to captain Ajax at such a young age. There's nothing special about you. I think, in as much as he's had to go to Juve, didn't work out. He went to Bayern, didn't work out. He might finally realize his potential at United. And I am so glad we signed de Ligt, man. I am so glad. I was a bit skeptical when we were about to sign him. I thought, will he be able to deal with the pace of the Premier League? But he seems like he is able to deal with the pace of the Premier League, and he's playing just fine. He looks very good, and I'm very happy with this guy. But yeah, moving it on to the fourth thing we learned was watching United versus Palace. I have to talk about Andre Onana. Andre Onana, I have to talk about this guy. I have to be fair. I'm one person who, I don't do agendas, guys. I don't. If I rate a player, cool. If I don't rate a player, cool. But one thing I will do, when a player plays well, I will praise them. But if they play rubbish, I'll call them out, whether I rate them or not. Now, Andre Onana is a goalkeeper that I do not rate at all. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't rate this guy. I don't think he's good enough. His diving scares me. Literally, like, he scares me. His diving techniques, his saving techniques. He's basically a walking meme for me. And he scares me. But I have to give it up to him. The last two games he's made some big saves. He has. He really has. I mean, against Southampton, he saved our bacon by saving the penalty from Archer, which basically helped us with momentum, and we ended up winning the game 3-0. Now he's done it again against Crystal Palace. That double save which he made. That double save he made against Palace is absolutely unreal. For him to save that shot from Nketiah and get up as quickly as he did to deny Sarr from scoring the rebound, absolutely amazing and impressive from Andre Onana. And like I said, when a player does well, I will give them their flowers, whether or not I rate them. And I still don't rate Onana. I haven't changed my mind on him. I still don't think he's good enough. However, I think he did very well against Palace, and he deserves his praise. So, fair enough, Onana. Fair enough. Keep on proving me wrong. I don't mind being proved wrong if it means United are performing better. So, like I said, keep on doing your thing, and hopefully it's not a purple patch. Hopefully it actually lasts, and maybe you've actually improved your savings somehow, you know. But yeah, moving it on to the fifth and final thing that we learned whilst watching United against Crystal Palace. Alejandro Garnacho. I've said it many times that this kid has got potential, but I don't think he's ready to be a starter for Man United. I said it before, I said he's not a starter for Man United. He's someone who we should be using as an impact substitute, someone coming off the bench, at least in the big games. Yeah, you can start him in the Carabao Cup, it's fine. Maybe even in the Europa League, maybe you can start him there. But in the Premier League, I don't think he's ready to be starting games for Man United. Because what I've seen is, you start him and he starts energetic and everything, he's going well. But come the second half, it's like he goes flat. It's like he runs out of energy, because he's such a player who uses his energy. It depends highly on his energy. He's running, he's very direct, all of that. But it's like when you start him, he gets gassed out around the 60th, 65th minute, and now he just becomes redundant. So for me personally, I think Garnacho needs to be kept on the bench, at least in the Premier League, and then bring him on in the second half at around the 60th, 65th minute to make an impact, to change the game for us. If we're losing, he can change the game for us in a positive way. If we're drawing, we're trying to get a winner, he can score a winner, he can create an assist, he can change the game for Man United positively. But this kid is definitely not a starter for Man United, and he proved it again against Crystal Palace. He played very well, guys. I'm not saying he was rubbish. He played very, very well against Crystal Palace in the first half. The second half was non-existent. I did not see him at all. And even in that 15-minute spell whereby we still had the likes of Zirkzee, Ahmad, Eriksen, and Kobe, and everybody on the team, it was not void. I couldn't see him. And when Ten Hag moved him from left wing to right wing, he did nothing there either. Now, this is not me saying that we drew the game against Palace because of him, but it's just something that I've said before, and I'm trying to point it out, make it clear that it's not an agenda. I genuinely think this kid has potential to be a top player for us, maybe one day in the future if he continues to apply himself. But right now, as we currently speak, I don't think he's ready to be a starter for Manchester United, and that's just the honest truth. But yeah, anyways, I don't know. Maybe Ten Hag will put him back on the bench and start Rashford instead next game. I don't know. We'll see. But for me, I definitely think the kid needs to be kept on the bench and be brought on off the bench as a super sub, and he'll definitely have a bigger impact for the club. I mean, he's already got 4 goals and 3 assists in only 6 games. The kid needs to be kept. He's an impact player. Keep him on the bench and bring him on when we're struggling or when we're winning, even better. But yeah, anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you thought about the video in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon.